Hey gardeners, welcome back to our channel. March is here and it's time to start planting the crops that will thrive in your garden throughout the growing season. Now, if you haven't already planted these essential seeds, now's the time to get them in the ground. Whether you're working with raised beds, containers, or traditional garden rows, these crops are guaranteed to give you the best success this year. Now, today we are going to talk about the top 10 crops you should be planting in your garden this March for the best growth and harvest later on. These crops are chosen specifically because they thrive in the cooler weather of early spring and can give you a head start on your gardening season. So let's get into it and take a look at the top 10 crops that should be in your garden this March. Number 1, spinach. First up is spinach. Spinach loves cooler temperatures, making it one of the best crops to plant in March. Plant your spinach seeds directly into the ground and make sure they're well watered. Now, spinach grows quickly and can even tolerate light frost, making it a great choice for early spring. Now, number 2 is peas. Next up, we have peas. Peas are a fantastic crop for March because they thrive in cooler temperatures and can even handle a light frost. Now, plant your pea seeds directly in the soil and they'll begin climbing their trellis as the weather warms up. Fresh peas from the garden are an absolute treat. Number 3, we have lettuce. Now let's talk about lettuce. Lettuce is another cool season crop that grows well in March. You can start planting your lettuce seeds early for a continuous harvest throughout the spring. Now try mixing up different varieties like romaine, butterhead, or leaf lettuce for a beautiful and diverse harvest. Number 4, we have radishes. Radishes are quick to grow and they thrive in the cooler temperature of March. Now you can sow these directly in your garden and within a few weeks, you'll inshallah notice fresh, crunchy radishes. Now they're perfect for adding to salads or enjoying as a snack. Number 5, carrots. Carrots are another great crop to plant in March. They need well-drained soil and plenty of sunlight, but they can handle the cool weather. Now be sure to thin them out as they grow to ensure they have enough room to develop those sweet, tender roots. Now we have 6, which is beets. Beets are excellent for early spring gardens. Now the roots and the greens are both edible and they grow best in cool weather. Beets are also a great option if you're looking to add some color and nutrition to your garden. Number 7, kale. Kale is one of the hardiest vegetables you can possibly plant in March. It can survive cold weather temperatures and even frost, and it grows quickly, making it perfect for an early spring crop. You'll have an abundant harvest of nutrient-rich greens in no time, inshallah. Number 8, Swiss chard. Swiss chard is another excellent cool weather crop. Now, it's packed with vitamins and can handle the cool temperature of early spring. Swiss chard is easy to grow and can be harvested multiple times throughout the season. 9, we have onions. Onions are a great crop to plant in March, especially if you're using onion sets or seedlings. These will start growing early and will be ready to harvest in late summer. Just make sure to give them plenty of space to grow and ensure the soil drains well. And 10, broccoli. Last but definitely not least, broccoli. Planting broccoli in March allows you to get a jump on the growing season. Broccoli loves the cooler weather and will develop large, healthy heads when planted early in the spring. When deciding the best way to start the top 10 crops you should plant in March, it's important to understand whether each plant thrives best when started from seed, direct sowing, or seedlings. Here's a breakdown of each plant and the best method for starting them. 1. Spinach. Now the best method: direct sow or seedlings. Tip: spinach prefers cooler weather and grows best when directly sown in the soil. Now, if you're in a region with a short growing season, you can also start spinach indoors as seedlings and transplant them outdoors. 2. Peas best method, direct sow tip. Now, peas do best when direct sown in the soil. They can tolerate cool temperatures and can be planted as soon as the soil can be worked in early spring. Starting peas indoors is not recommended because they have long tap roots that don't like to be disturbed. 3. Lettuce best method, seed or seedlings tip. Lettuce can be grown from seeds indoors and transplanted outdoors, or you can direct sow it outside in March. For an earlier harvest, start indoors, but for a continuous harvest, direct sowing can work well, especially in cooler temperatures. 4. Radishes best method, direct sow tip. Radishes grow quickly and are best direct sown directly into the garden. They tolerate the cool temperature and can be planted as soon as the soil is workable. 5. Carrots best method, direct sow tip. Carrots are best direct sown into loose, well-drained soil. They don't transplant well due to their long tap roots. Thin out the seedlings once they begin sprouting to give them enough space to grow. 6. Beets best method, direct sow or seedlings tip. Beets can be direct sown in the garden once the soil can be worked. You can also start them indoors if you're in a cooler region, but they do fine when planted directly in the ground as soon as the weather allows. 7. Kale best method, seed or seedlings tip. Kale can be started from seeds indoors and transplanted into the garden, or you can direct sow the seeds outdoors. Kale thrives in cool weather and can be harvested young or mature depending on your preference. 8. Swiss chard best method, seed or seedlings tip. Swiss chard can be grown from seed directly sown into the garden, or you can start seeds indoors and transplant seedlings later. Direct sowing works well if the soil is prepared well, but starting seeds indoors gives you an earlier harvest. 9. Onions best method, seedlings or sets tip. Onions are best started from seedlings or onion sets, small bulbs. While you can grow onions from seed, it takes longer and they require more care. Sets and seedlings are faster and easier to handle. And then we have 10, which is broccoli best method, seed or seedlings tip. Broccoli can be started from seed indoors and then transplanted into the garden when the seedlings are strong enough. You can also direct sow broccoli seeds outdoors, but starting indoors can give you a head start and ensure better timing for early harvest. Here are some general tips. Indoor start. If you are starting indoors, make sure to harden off your seedlings, gradually acclimate them to outdoor conditions before transplanting them into the garden. Direct sow. When direct sowing, ensure the soil is well drained and that the seeds are sown at the proper depth according to the plant's requirements. For most crops, It's important to keep the soil moist until the seeds sprout. Seedlings. Opt for seedlings if you're short on time or want to get a jump start on your garden. They are especially useful for crops that have longer growing seasons, such as broccoli and onion. Now, by choosing the right method for each plant, you'll set your garden up for success and enjoy a bountiful harvest throughout the growing season, inshallah. So, there you have it. These top 10 crops are all perfect for planting in March, and they'll help you set your garden up for a bountiful harvest. Remember to always check your local growing zone and adjust planting dates based on your specific climate. If you haven't planted these yet, now is the time. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with other gardeners. And if you have any other March planting tips or favorite crops, leave them in the comments below. Happy gardening, and we'll see you in the next video, inshallah.